I just got in my whip and I just started driving. And I was on Atlantic Boulevard. I decided to turn and go across Hard Bridge and see some of my people or something. It was very early in the morning and I really didn't know who I wanted to see. But every time I come back in the city, I always go to the cemetery because I miss a lot of my friends and my loved ones that was buried there. And most of my loved ones I know was buried, and where they was buried is in Evergreen Cemetery. But I was coming across the Hard Bridge just thinking about it. I remember when I was younger, this bridge here had a toll fare. And I think the toll fare was $0.25 or 35 cents or something. But they took the toll booths down because they said that the toll booth was up so long that the city had don't pay for the bridge and everything. So they took it down. I was around about 16 then. I was a teen. We'd go through that toll booth, man, and we not, some of the time we didn't have the money to pay, to change it on us, so we just run through it. But it didn't really matter. But if the police see you do that, they'll be sitting over there, they'll stop you and give you a ticket. They go to the stadium, man. The stadium getting rebuilt and everything, man. It's kind of crazy and ironic to me, man, because look at all them cranes and stuff. But I kept on going. And I was headed down Martin Luther King Expressway. And right here at this moment here, I said, man, I think I'm gonna go through the air and hit Liberty Street. So that's what I did. I made the exit right here, and I went down Jesse Street and headed to the air. When I got here, I was like, man, this man, he seemed like he lost. But maybe he was doing like me. Maybe he was trying to figure out where he was gonna go. Because that's pretty much what I was doing. I could have got out down there by the stadium and I would have got there faster. But I was never really planning on going through Florida Avenue. So what I did, I went through Florida Avenue, and after I visited the cemetery, I came by ID's 21st, seeing a few people out there. I got some family members out there too. I'm an Eastside boy. I'm from the Eastside. You see what I'm saying? These young folk, man, they got it all mixed up. They from the Eastside, but they got it sectioned off, man. You ain't from over here, that. We were all together, man. We went to school together. We played ball together. Man, we was Eastside. When one go down, we all gonna get into it. You feel me? And that's how it was growing up. And I be trying to relay the message to these young kids today, man, but they just don't listen. Down this here way, man, I had a cousin got gunned down over here. And it was from another dude from the neighborhood, man. Over some type of beef or something, man. Then somebody come around and gun him down. Man, we didn't do that. We didn't fight each other. We didn't do that, man. We was close. We stuck together. But I'm on Jesse Street here. I'm finna turn right, man. Right over here and go on down here and hit Iona. Past Iona, hit Liberty. But I remember they had the Merry-Ram mortuary over there, and then down the road before they had that park, man, they had Jack's Liquor. It was a place called Jack's Liquor straight ahead of us. But they got rid of it. I'm gonna show you where it was at. And all these gates and trees and stuff, man. I don't remember them being here. But they building it up and they making it look better because we got that NFL team, the Jacksonville Jaguars. But see where that empty lot at with that white gate on the other side of this traffic light? That was a Jack Liquor. And everybody to come here and buy their liquor from there and they beer and all that stuff. And but they closed it down, tore it down, and moved it out of the community. Why? I don't know why. I don't never remember nobody having no conflict up there, but maybe they did. Anyhow, I came on through, man, and headed across the tracks here. Later on, man, I'm gonna come back and double back around because I got an uncle stay down the road there. But there's an Iona swimming pool right there. I just passed it, and this is Iona Street. Yes, and I kept rolling, man. You got Walnut. We stayed on Walnut, you know. Got all these different streets, but I'm gonna come up here closer to Liberty, and I'm gonna make a right through Liberty. See, Liberty run right into the Evergreen, so I'm gonna hit Liberty, and I'm gonna go on through. You dig? Well, we need to walk all through this here place here, man. Used to be people everywhere all the time. You can come out the door and probably still, but it's early in the morning, you know. But man, we'd have so much fun back in the day, right up in man, this Springfield, part of Springfield community, man. We had fun, man. We always seen somebody you know, always was doing something. We always was in a little circle clique, our cousins or brothers, and everybody knew each other. It was always fun, man. It was always fun. But now that those days are gone, man. It's like the kids don't have nothing else to do but to do something wrong. You know, they ain't got no choice. Like that way they have fun. They grew up too fast and they grew up too wrong, you know. So that's the way it is, man. Our city is wild, real wild, and the police they try to do stuff to fight crime. They try to do stuff to make the city better. And the city ain't so bad. It's just so much going on here. It's just so much going on in the city, you know. So that's the problem, I think. It's too much going on. And what I mean by too much going on, I mean the illegal stuff. See, this city seems like it's structured in order for you to live comfortably. You got to be into something sort of kind of illegal, and you gotta make enough finances, enough money that if they do ever catch you doing it, it wouldn't really matter. A lot of people do stuff wrong. Some people do stuff wrong that ain't so serious. And when they get caught, the penalty and you know, the chastisement ain't so serious. But I remember right up in here, man. See, right across on the other side on the right, man. That's where we live, on 10th and Walnut. But right here, on this corner right here, 9th and Phoenix, that was a Lee Boys Club. I grew up right there. Me and my brothers and my friends, we played basketball, football, you know, stuff. And it was a nice place to go out to school, but they turned it into a substation where the police can be there, and they took over. So it ain't no boys club no more. Later on, they changed it to a boys and girl club, but then they just all along closed it down. Cause ain't no kids want to play that stuff no more. Kids these days, that ain't having fun. You got to make a kid get into sports pretty much. They don't really want to get into sports. They really don't want to, you know, do things that a kid do. They got this. They had the Nintendo. They had Nintendo, but they got no PlayStation 5s and all this and computers and all that. In school, we ain't had no ACs and computers. We had the fan and we had a number 2 pencil. You dig? But now, modern time, things change. And if we live, things gonna change. So I understand that. But the kids, they find fun in other things like drugs and guns and killing and dying. And they don't understand that, man, you ain't got to die. You ain't got to die while you young. You ain't got to kill while you young. You ain't got to do drugs and all this. They seem not to understand this because the fathers are being put in prison while they so young. Soon as they pop a baby, or meet a girl, they go into jail for something they done stupid and went to prison or get killed in the street. And they ain't able to, they don't know no better to teach the child right, so they into all type of stuff like that there, Well, I'm heading down Liberty. Now I'm on Evergreen. I crossed 21st Street. I'm on Evergreen, and I'm at this little light right here, man. And I'm gonna go on through in the cemetery right over it, right? This here on the right was some type of club, man. That club used to be full of people, man. They had a flea market, Evergreen flea market on the left. When I was a kid, I had to go in there, and stuff was cheap, man. You can buy stuff, but it wasn't no serious good stuff. It was a flea market, Not a lot of people used to go there, but they sold stuff. Everybody was doing stuff back then, trying to make it. Every flea market sell fruits and vegetables and sell all kind of hand-me-downs like a thrift store. But I had to go there and I see stuff I want, and then I save my money and I come the next weekend and I get it. Yeah, but those were the good old days. Now on my right here, Evergreen Cemetery. This is where my daddy was buried at, man. He died when I was in prison. Yeah, I was in prison. I did 20 years. I did a 20-year sentence in prison. They sentenced me to life at first, but I came back on a direct appeal, and I pleaded out to a 20-year sentence, and I served a 20-year sentence. But my daddy was buried here. My Uncle James was buried here. My granddaddy and my grandmother, my godmother, my cousin. They got a rapper here. I'm gonna show him. The little Papa. He just recently buried here. My auntie was buried here. I got many friends. I got a sister-in-law. I got a lot of family here that was buried here. So when I always come back to the city, I come out here and pay my respects, and I see, it's so many of them buried here that I can't see all of them at one time. I have to go to some of them grave, and then I have to wait, God bless me, to come back the next time. I remember I didn't visit their grave the last time, so I'm gonna go over there and visit them. So that's how that go. But it's people, man, that taught me in high school. It's coaches. It's so many people out here. It's friends, mothers, and all kinds of people out here. This is the cemetery where most of the black folks. They got white people and they got all sorts of people out here. But most of the black folks in the community on the east side, we either go to Restlawn Cemetery or Edgewood, or we come right here at Evergreen. And a lot of them I know they buried right here in Evergreen Cemetery. Yes, sir. So I don't really like the cemetery. I come out here, I don't been walking through here and stuff. It don't really bother me because it's peaceful out here. Because the dead, they ain't finna be making too much noise, you know what I'm saying? And they have the grave keepers and all that cutting grass, but they don't do nothing. They like, oh, he's just another one visiting somebody. So I come out here and I visit their grave and stuff, and I feel that they know that I'm thinking about them. And that's all I want to do, keep their memory alive, man, because that's what it's all about. Maybe when I die, somebody will be visiting me out here or wherever if I don't get cremated. But we made it to Little Papa burial site. His right there, Little Papa. Boy, you a soldier. And Rest in peace, little papa. He's not the only one buried here. I got a cousin that was in 2023, and we called him Meat. But the name was Demetrius Dunn, and he died September 26, 2023. Rest in peace, and cuz. Love, man. And my grandmother and my grandfather was buried behind me. But I got an auntie that died in 2000, and what year that was? 2021. Her name was Lynn. She was like my mother. We're at Evergreen Cemetery. Around the corner, I had an old partner, died from the COVID, 2021, his name was Marco. Marco and his sister Trina, she died in the same year from the COVID-19. A couple months later, they both growed up with me. Rest in peace, man. Well, I ain't gonna be in this graveyard very long. I'm try to get up out of here. There's Coach Raspberry over there, Grandma and Granddaddy over there. My uncle, I got an uncle buried somewhere out here. But I gotta do some running around.